Welcome back, everybody, to
Welcome
Play
back.
It, Bro. I'm Matt, and Robert is here with me today.
Yeah.
And we're continuing with his first-time playthrough of Castlevania, Lords of Shadow.
Castlevania, some guy's quest.
Somebody's quest. In
I
this
honestly
case,
haven't been reading the story this time, so.
there you go. Yeah, those are definitely vultures, dude.
I guess so. Now I'm disappointed. I was hoping it was a bald eagle.
Yeah, you were. Of course you were, you troll.
America.
America.
Now I'm really confused.
Yeah,
Should I backtrack really far now?
This
No.
is... I completely forgot. I don't know if it matters which way you go, or if this is encouraging you to go and get an upgrade
Yeah,
somewhere,
I was gonna say, are there
or...
like upgrades off to side paths?
I think so.
Stuff?
So I'm pretty sure it's all about exploring, but it's in a sort of map. Kind of like, think of it like because this is sort of fan service, essentially, right? So the original Castlevanias had certain paths that you had to go through in order to accomplish
Sure,
certain
but a lot
things.
of them are also behind like breakable walls and
Dead ends and stuff like that, right?
Sure,
So
sure.
that's kind of the same concept here, except it's in 3D. That's why that's why I was intrigued by this game, but I didn't like it enough to continue playing it, and I also had a limited amount of time on my GameFly account, and I didn't want to pay the price.
yeah.
But
Well, now I'm
no
sure it
offense,
was a lot
GameFly, but
easier.
I
Yeah.
just couldn't afford you at the time.
Ha,
Don't let the bloblins get you.
those aren't blobbles. Those are Skellermen. and you know-
Skellermen?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Skellymen?
The Skelly men are gonna get me.
Jesus. Not the Skellymen.
Okay. The camera really doesn't want to work with you either.
Yeah, that's a part that I didn't really like of this game. Actually, is the camera. It's atrocious. But don't worry.
It gets
The
better.
swamp section is a little obnoxious, but it does get better. I really think if I stuck with it, I probably would have liked it a little better. But that's why I bought it on Steam, because I was just like, I want it on sale, and I'll probably play it when I find the time to do so. But this was the time to do so, and what better to have you experience it anyway?
Hooray.
I feel like you're just kind of flailing around at this point.
I definitely am. What I want to say here, at least in regards to how this game plays, I think it's okay. I would not say it's fun yet.
Really?
Yeah, I would definitely say it's okay. What I will say though is it does not feel like a Castlevania game to me very much.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that because it's not
I don't
the
think it's
same?
because it's I mean it does not feel like a
Familiar.
Castlevania game. It doesn't flow as one would, I suppose.
See, this is what I honestly, if the original Castlevania games were made today, I feel like this is what they would look like.
This is how you would think that they look.
Yeah. So that's why
Okay.
I kind of was intrigued by the idea of playing this, and that's why I end up renting it in the first place. But anyway, I assume that you got they basically. That's also what I like about this. They kind of tell you what to do without really telling you. They just show you, which is what they just demonstrated. Which is, well,
Yeah,
I'll
trying to
let
get
you figure
this
it out.
goblin to throw the grenade and then to throw it out the street.
There you go. Bingo.
Just wanted to kill more goblins. It seems like they're dropping souls. Which
Yeah,
is
and you get experience from them, I think. So
maybe some sort of gold or something.
yeah, some sort of currency. Yeah, so they drop daggers and stuff.
A currency for your skill system.
So yeah, I think that was the purpose of this game originally, was to kind of emulate the similar formula of the original games, and because there was lots of items in the original games too. And
Sure, and yeah, well, I can definitely understand that. For the same token, it feels very strange translated to a 3D plane,
sure.
especially when they're making it linear anyway, which is
Right.
what makes the 2D work, in my
Right.
opinion.
Right. And this is kind of what we were talking about the other day, which was we were talking about at work about open world games.
Mhm.
And you were saying that, well, at least that's what I remember you said to me, was that you were tired of them.
Yes.
Because there's kind of a oversaturation of...
There's a lot of them on the market, and very few of them do that medium well when it comes to storytelling and stuff like that.
Yeah, I I mean, I shouldn't say I've played enough of them to really say that that's true, but I would agree in some sense, especially what I've heard about the Breath of the Wild DLC, which is totally going to date this. Oh, or maybe not, I don't know. But I heard about the game's $60 and then they have like a $20 DLC.
Already?
Yeah.
Like it's already released?
I don't know if the DLC is
Okay.
released. All I know is that it's including like some extra weapons and like a new dungeon. And the YouTuber No Bullshit was basically saying like, so you've essentially cut out something that could have easily been unlocked in playing through the entire game.
Right, just to sell it as DLC.
It almost seems like you just want to make us pay an extra $20 to complete the game.
Well, DLC is definitely getting a lot more like prevalent and kind of ridiculous at times.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what's happening now.
Now, there are definitely exceptions where the DLC just feels like it's taken forever to come out or something like that. Like,
right.
For example, Dark Souls 3, I'd say. I was waiting for Ring City for so long, and now it's just finally come out. So, but for the same token, yeah, a lot of companies do that, where they'll release DLC day one to make it feel like you have to buy the season pass or something like that.
Yeah.
And they don't even bother actually putting that content in the game to make the game as best as possible.
Yeah, and you know what? I really like being able to figure out how to unlock the things that they include, those extra goodies that they throw in there to make you want to play the game all the way through, check every nook and cranny. Like, that's the fun, like, that's what they should be doing with those kind of open world games, because you can pack so much into it. Why not just include all that and then have the DLC be something that, you know, people basically have the DLC be something that include or adds to the original narrative. Like, for instance, I think a good example of DLC is like sort of a derivative of the stories in Dead Space.
Sure.
Like the severed DLC for Dead Space 2, where that focused on a security guard on Titan.
Okay.
And that, I thought that was a really interesting story, and it kind of took you through a different narrative. That, to me, is a DLC that's worth playing.
Okay.
Because it gives you a different perspective of the same sort of universe.
Yeah, sure. Or it adds if it adds a decent amount to the plot, or like enough to the gameplay where it changes things up dramatically, then yeah, DLC is definitely worth it.
Yes, exactly. So,
but if that's something that could have been in the game from the start, then it's kind of ridiculous.
Right. Sure. So I guess then it's, but okay. So prime example of this would be like the DLC in. Oh, good night, Mom. A primary example of this would be, I can't even think of. Oh, right. The Arkham Knight DLC. And they just give you, and that's an open world game. And lots of people actually didn't like that. I don't really know why. I don't really think that it's that bad. It's definitely a decent ending to that series, if that's what they were doing with that. But a lot of the DLC was more or less additions or extra missions that you could have just left in and not made it DLC, but it was kind of like not a part of the main narrative, and it was just sort of a continuation of what you were doing in Gotham City.
Okay.
And I didn't really mind paying for it. I also bought it on G2A, so it wasn't really that much to begin with, but at the same time, I was still okay with paying for it, because it's like, cool, so I get to do something else after I beat the game.
Right.
Which is really all that I care about for that, in that sense. Wow, you are destroying this thing.
I'm definitely taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, you totally are, but...
Oh.
Okay, I think, yep, I think I know. Oh, no, never mind.
It was trying to molest me.
It totally was.
Bill Cosby, stop it. Take that roofie out of my drink.
Get out my swamp. There you go. Right trigger.
Oh, let's do my Kratos special move.
Which involves playing any button you want.
Uh-oh. I didn't Kratos special move. Oh, what the actual fuck,
he just Mortal Kombat destroyed you.
Oh.
Whoa, dude. Oh my goodness.
Did I fuck up my quick time events that hard?
Oh
no! Jesus
Shit. Christ. All right. Well, next time I play it, bro,
I'll hopefully beat a troll.
Nice try, buddy. That you know what? I was almost certain that you were going to beat him because I could not beat him the first time around either.
The internet trolls won again.
The internet trolls won. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Next time.